You know what? I did the vibe coding too. Hi, I'm Alex Racuglia, and this is The Morning Rant, the show in which I talk about my life as a TV commercial director and producer and software developer while I telecommute from my home to the office. I discovered the real thing in vibe coding. Vibe coding is not just ask something to an LLM such as ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, but integrate the developing of the app inside the IDE. I started using anti-gravity from Google, and then I switched to Gemini CLI because of the shortage of tokens. And I don't want to brag about this. I don't want to talk a lot about this, but I want to talk about the fact that I developed a full featured app, a super powerful feature app in 2 weeks, starting from scratch, 0 lines of code, to something like 12,000 lines of code, of which I wrote something like 1%, and I'm very, very, very generous, in 2 weeks, and produced a promotional video and a 6-minute long walkthrough video. And I am still adding features, such as the grouping of pictures to apply SEO compliant tags and informations. But what I developed, the app is called WordPress Media Manager. It's a media manager for WordPress. You know, if you have a WordPress site, you know that handling and managing media is a pain in the ass, because the base version of WordPress manages media in a very, very, very bad, slow, and bad UX way. There are a lot of plugins, I know that, but I don't know how to write a plugin, and I didn't want to write a plugin when I started thinking about this app. And I wanted to do something desktop-based. First of all, because I know how to write a desktop app. And second, because, and that's something that I learned while producing this app, desktop is way, 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 way faster than web interface. Because if you use a desktop application to handle media, then there's only a little information that is exchanged between the server and your desktop and your computer. While if you do this while drawing a full-featured web interface, given the fact that WordPress it's not so light, you can have an increase of speed in terms of doing stuff, everything of an order of magnitude. I say that sometimes things are 10 to 25 times faster. To watch this, what this app does, you can look at the promotional video that I'm showing you now. Go!
Stop fighting the browser. Your WordPress media library just got a professional upgrade. Meet WordPress Media Manager, a native Mac OS experience built for speed, precision, and power. Optimize as you upload, convert to WebP, resize, and compress on the fly before they even hit your server. Leverage on-device AI. Generate alt text, captions, and tags locally using Apple's Vision Framework. No API keys, no latency. Master your assets with pro-level batch editing. Replace images while keeping permalinks intact. No broken links ever. Manage multiple sites from one beautiful interface. Dark mode ready, hardware accelerated, and 100% secure. WordPress Media Manager. Elevate your WordPress workflow.
If you want to learn more, you can go to the website alti.media/WP Manager to understand what's going on under the hood. And this app does a lot of things for you. Mainly the fact that it can recompress images in a very smart and efficient way. You can create a lot of stuff on your desktop, and without pre-compressing, you can drag all the stuff in my app, and the app does a lot of recompression for you in terms of resolution, quality, and perceived quality using different formats. You know, I don't like WebP at all, but it does work. It is supported by all the browsers. If it's 10 to 20 times smaller than PNG, if you want to retain alpha channel, and it's something like 2 to 3 times better than JPEG, why don't use it? And there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this app. You can fill easily all the fields such as title, description of the image, and so on, that can increase a lot of the SEO value of your pages. And then you can search for images, where these images is in my site, and then it can list all the pages, the posts, and the WooCommerce products in which this image is referenced, and you can search for a group of images to know who the orphans are. So if you have, let's say, 20 images related to a single project, then you can say, okay, of these 20 images, there are some images that are not referenced by anyone, so I can save some space. Or you can recompress an image. You have this large JPEG that is something like 1 megabyte in size, and then you can say, okay, recompress this image, reducing the resolution or the quality or both, and replace it, overwriting the original one, to save space and to increase download speed of your pages. Okay, WordPress is slow. Other infrastructures such as modular themes such as Divi are very, very slow. So if you can save sometimes and so increase the value, the perceived value for the search engines of your pages, it's something that is valuable. I think this is a very good app. One of the best app I ever produced, and the real first example of what a very strong vibe coding path can do. I'm scared and excited at the same time, because doing this stuff before could take me something like 3 months. And now I did it everything in 10 days. If you have a WordPress site or something like this, I encourage you to have a look at this app, because it's quite powerful. It works. It costs a lot for me. It's something like 39 euro, but you can have it for 29 using the promo code down here. Check it out. It's a new way to produce things that I am embracing, because AI-driven development, not AI-aided development, but AI-driven development is here to stay. I think I better be prepared for this, because AI is here to stay, and it will be costly. It will be painful, because a lot of jobs will be vaporized overnight, but I think we can be vaporized overnight by some leader in the world. So it's better be on the wavefront instead of being wiped away. That's all for today. This is my end. It means that here will be present an icon that invites you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click on the bell to be notified when a new video will be released. But I think that the most important thing you can do is comment down below. What do you think about this app? What do you think about AI-driven development? What do you think about these ideas? Let's have a chat. Bye, guys. And as always, I salute you with my favorite way of saying ciao in Italy. Ciaone! Ciaone means a big ciao. It was invented by an Italian singer, Emma, and I don't like this singer. I think that she is a normal, an okay person, but I don't like her songs. So, but this ciaone is genius, pure genius.